In William Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, audiences are taken on a wild ride that's filled with drama, tragedy, comedy, and romance. And New Haven's Elm Shakespeare Company is making this story come to life with free performances now through September. Joining me right now is Artistic Director James Andreassi and actors Nadia Bowers and Mark Zeisler to tell us all about it. How are you? Welcome.
Very well. Good to see you, Steve.
Yeah, it's just so great to have some folks here on stage. I've been a theater rat my whole life. I love this stuff. Now, before we even get started, how are you able to, we know how tight the artistic community can be and how tough funding can be from time to time and getting those resources to do it. How are you able to go about getting a grant in order to pull this all together?
Well, the company's been around for 15 years, so we've got a good reputation. This year, in fact, was the first year that we've been awarded National Endowment for the Arts grant. Wow. So that's a significant milestone for us. But we get grants from the state. We have individuals, foundations, and so forth. And we also, although the performances are free, the donations are readily accepted. So.
Yeah, well, if you're a theater, you got to believe in pass the hat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about. How did the company get started? What is the Elm Shakespeare Company about?
We about 15 years ago, I'd been working as an actor all over in regional theater and so forth and so on, pretty much doing the peripatetic lifestyle of an actor. But I was also had started a family and I thought to and I lived across the street from Edgerton Park, this beautiful jewel here in New Haven.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I would walk my dog in that park and look around and think, and I thought to myself, I don't have to go away to do summer Shakespeare. I can do it right here. And so we began. I started the company.
Now, Nadia and Mark, you both have a very strong background with film and television. And how did you get involved with doing theater? Going back to theater. I guess that's kind of important to do when you're doing film and TV, is to get back to the reality of theater, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's a little bit of everything all the time. Theater as much as I can, and a lot of it is just when the work comes up and when the opportunities come up. And Jim was nice enough to asked me to come back this year and do this role, which is amazing, and to be a part of this show, so I jumped at the opportunity.
And what about you, Nadia?
Well, in terms of Elm Shakespeare, I was in the first production, actually.
Really?
15 years ago.
How many years ago?
And I went to Brantford. I'm from Brantford, actually, so I did the performing arts stuff there, and then I studied other things in college and came back around, and then went to graduate school at NYU, and I've been working in New York for the past 10 years. But before I was starting graduate school, I came home. I'd been living in San Francisco, and I looked in the paper, and I was like, I wonder if I can do any acting this summer. And there was an ad for Elm Shakespeare, and I auditioned, and we were pulling costumes from our closet, and then it took off from there. Yeah, and Jim's been it's been a New Haven institution ever since.
All right, now tell me a little bit about the theater. I mean, about this particular show, Winter's Tale. It's such a great show. Take us a little bit through the romp, if you would, please.
Well, let me just first say that there's nothing nice about me asking these two guys to be in the show. They are both brilliant actors, and they are brilliant in these two very difficult roles.
Okay.
This play, the Winter's Tale, is a late play by Shakespeare. It's not performed as much as, say, Midsummer Night's Dream or Romeo and Juliet. It's a little bit more obscure.
But what about the tempo? Give us a feel in these last few seconds or so what the tempo of the play is like for the people that want to come see it.
The thing that's great about this play is it's a pastiche of a number of genres of theater. It's got a very serious relationship between these two, and hilarious comic elements when the play shifts to a pastoral setting later in it. I think it's got a little something for everybody, and I think that both people that are into Shakespeare and those who are just interested in coming out to spend a lovely evening in the park will have a great time with this play.
All right. Well, I tell you, it's just great that you're able to come over here, take a little break, during the middle of the show to jump in and do this. If you want to check out the Elm Shakespeare's performance of The Winter's Tales, it's happening at Edgerton Park, beautiful little park, now through September 5th. All the information is right there on the screen. It's just so great. I'm a theater nut. I can't wait to see you guys out there. Thank you so much.
Bring a picnic.
All right, a picnic. It's going to be a great night. Coming up next, we'll tell you how local bands are coming together for a beach jam for breast cancer when Connecticut Style returns.